It's Morphin time on Harmless Phosphorescence! Hello, everybody. This is Throw Smiley, and I just milked a bull. Who's joining me this week?
I'm Josh Cece, and my morphing grid will open for you.
I'm Brian Lesh, and Throw, a bull only has one udder, and it's not an udder.
Aww.
I'm Alaric Weber. I like the sound of Lady Alaric Weber.
Never tried that before.
This is Harmless Phosphorescence. Josh, how is yours grosser than mine somehow?
Yeah, I had others written down, and I heard that line. Like a flower, my morphing grid will open.
This is Harmless Phosphorescence, your sexual education podcast, where we watch every theatrically released full-length live-action superhero movie ever made. We gather some research into the production and the source material, then we tell you all about it. The show is brought to you by our patrons like executive producers Michael Beckwith and Atticus Burkett. You too can be a patron, gentle viewer and listener. You can be a patron by going to patreon.com/harmlessentertainment. We've got lots of different shows on there. We got Star Wars stuff. We've got music stuff on there. We've got a bonus monthly movie podcast where every month we do a random movie picked from a random year. Our March monthly movie has been chosen, and it is Clue. 1985's Clue.
By a lot.
Yeah, it was a runaway winner this time around.
It's a masterpiece. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite all-time movies. Yeah.
But I do get the impression that our voters have been, that they trend towards the best movie.
Yes.
You know, which makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
We keep getting these ones where it's just like universally agreed, 4 thumbs up, which is fun. But
well, yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be neat.
That's why, like, certain years when we have them, like, it's like guys, let's not do Jurassic Park or anything because we know which one's going to win if we have like a runaway, hit like that in there. But
I will
but thank you,
absolutely
listeners.
nominate Jurassic Park if it comes up.
No, because we're going to be doing series. We're going to be doing different miniseries when we run out of superhero movies. Yeah, you heard it here, guys. We're going to run out of superhero movies within the next about 6 months, or catch up. And we'll do the new ones as they come out. But at that point, we're going to be switching to some miniseries for different movies and their sequels. So more on that as we get closer to it. That's coming up probably around November. We'll be.
And can fans and listeners via Twitter or such recommend some series that they think we should do?
Yeah, we've got a big list, and I'm sure we'll get to I'm sure we'll do like a lot of the more popular ones, the big ones. Those we'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you think we should be doing. This week, though, on Harmless Phosphorescence, we are going to be watching and talking about Power Rangers.
None of us really know each other.
We're all screw-ups.
But somehow, we were all in the same place at the same time when Billy found those coins. Guys, check out how we glow.
I'm blue.
Oh, I'm black.
What?
I am.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Do you feel weird?
We're strong.
Insanely strong.
The answer to what is happening to you is here. You 5 are the Power Rangers.
Did I just hear you say we're Power Rangers?
Is this some kind of joke? We're talking to a wall.
I was kind of expecting a little more.
So where were you last night?
Me and 4 kids found a spaceship buried underground. I'm pretty sure I'm a superhero.
Cool. pee in that cup.
Power Rangers were a legion of warriors. You must become those warriors.
It's just a hologram, like a video game.
That's a strong-ass hologram.
Not a video game.
You were born for this.
I will destroy everything.
She is pure evil.
How do you expect us to stop her?
It's Morphin time. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. No one man should have all that power. It's a lot of gold.
This is your destiny.
Let's go!
This is your time.
Power Rangers. It was released March 24th, 2017. It has a running time of 124 minutes. It cost $105 million to make, and it took in $142 million. So was considered a flop. So movie has to basically make 3 times its budget to profit because movie theater production companies don't get all the money that they make. Movie theaters take some. There's points on the back end for a lot of other people. So they get roughly a third of ticket sales. So they lost money on this bad boy.
Movie accounting is a mess.
It's like musical accounting,
Yeah.
like tours.
Yeah.
Even when they try to legit, it just always seems like a shady operation. Like, here's a bucket of money. Everybody grab one handful.
Yeah, and then run away.
Yeah, then run away.
Like I said, released March 24th, 2017. Didn't do great at the box office, but nonetheless, that means it's time we play the box office top 10 game. This is the game where I'm going to describe some movies based on the box office mojo description, and the fellas here are going to try to guess what that movie is based on what I'm describing. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, we've got a few repeats from our last one. It hasn't been that long since we Logan was our last movie.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of be skipping those, but number 11 opened this week. Opening this week at number 11, just outside the box office top 10. This movie is about a wrongfully accused and sent to prison former basketball star who prepares for the National Slam Dunk Competition while finding redemption in Christ. It's a religious basketball movie.
Shoot
Jesus
the moon.
Christ, Space Jam Superstar.
Jesus is my point guard.
Nothing but Nazareth.
Sweet.
It's called Slamma Jamma.
What?
Slamma Jamma.
That could be a porn name.
That could be
a
any-
wrestling movie.
That could be anything. The sky's the limit.
That's the Pog movie, right?
Yeah.
The Pog. Why didn't we ever get a Pog movie? That seems like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sure
we got an
there's-
emoji movie.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Right?
Coming in at number 10. In a twisted social experiment, 80 Americans are locked in their high-rise corporate office in Bogota, Colombia, and ordered by an unknown voice coming from the company's intercom system to participate in a deadly game of kill or be killed.
I saw this and I don't remember what it's called.
Did you saw it? You saw? Is it
You
Saw?
saw this? No, it's not a Saw movie. Although, so many of these Saw type movies are basically just like really long Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah, this one's
porn.
very Black Mirror. God, I can't even think of who was in this movie. But I saw it. I watched this entire film from beginning to end.
It's called The Belko Experiment.
Oh.
Who is the star of this movie? It's driving me crazy just thinking, I don't remember any faces from this. There's somebody well-known that was like a comedy actor or like a bad guy in a Marvel movie or something.
I always thought this was a documentary. I never saw it.
Is this a James Gunn production?
No. Oh, wow. Let's see. It stars John Gallagher Jr., but it is. It was produced by James Gunn. Sean Gunn was in it. We got John C. McGinley, Michael Rooker. Yeah.
Tony Goldwyn is in it. That's right.
Oh, wow.
The president from Scandal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Belko Experiment. Yeah.
Sergeant Bilko?
The Belko Experiment. When I first saw it, I thought it was a documentary about that one experiment with the
Stanford prison. Experiment.
that one.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think it kind of was that, right? Like the previous survivors were running a thing. I don't remember. It was not great.
Well, the experiment, or the premise of the first one is like power corrupts. So it doesn't matter who you give a certain amount of authority to, they will eventually abuse it. Sometimes even unknowingly.
This was a cautionary tale about unionizing, I'm sure.
So that's number 10. At number 9, we got the Lego Batman movie. We had that last week. And at number 8, we had this one last week too. A grieving man receives a mysterious personal invitation to meet with God. It's The Shack.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7, opening this week at number 7. A rookie officer is teamed with a hardened pro. Though the newbie soon learns his partner is really an undercover Fed investigating a heist that may involve some crooked cops. This star...
Not Training Day.
No. This stars Dax Shepard and Michael Pena.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. It's a film version of a TV show.
Punked?
Police Academy? No. That's not the right one.
It's from the It's a show from the 70s.
Oh, is this Chips?
It's Chips. It is Chips.
It is Chips. Wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't BJ and the Bear.
No. Let's stop making movies based on 70s TV shows.
On television shows and video games.
Yeah, let's stop making movies based on things.
Yeah. Eventually, someone will make a new movie. Eventually.
Yeah, I mean... yeah, maybe.
Hopefully. It all seems like everything's been done under the sun.
Number 6, we had Get Out, which was also on our box office top 10 last week.
Get Out.
At number 5, let's see. An old warrior must help a young girl.
Logan.
Yeah. Real,
Betty.
Yeah. Let's see. At number 4, opening this week at number 4, a team of scientists aboard the International Space Station discover a rapidly evolving life form that causes extinction on Mars and now threatens all life on Earth.
Life.
Yes, it is Life. A movie which must be incredibly hard to Google.
Yeah.
Considering,
I just keep coming up with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, no. Martin Short, right?
No,
not Martin Short. Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin
Yeah,
Lawrence.
that's right. It is Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
They both play like a dozen characters in that movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The clumps go to jail.
Plus, just naming a movie Life is
right.
Yeah.
All the David Attenborough documentaries.
Yeah, a million things. All right.
That was the prequel to Venom.
At number 3, after the Vietnam War, a team of scientists explore an uncharted island in the Pacific.
Kong something.
Skull Island. Kong Skull Island. Yeah. A series which we might someday do. The monster series.
Starring Captain Marvel and Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, and Loki, right?
Oh, yes, Hiddleston in that.
Yeah, Hiddleston is in it.
Yeah, it's like a Marvel reunion.
Yeah.
On Skull Island.
Pre-union.
On Skull Island.
At number Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take it.
What do they have on Candy Apple Island? Apes. They're just not as big.
Opening at number 2 this week, a group of high school students get superpowers.
Mighty Morphin Breakfast Club.
Oh my God, it really was, wasn't it? This version
started in.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And at number 1 this week, so Power Rangers did not open at number 1. At number 1 this week, still in week number 2. This opened last week. A selfish prince must learn to love when a beautiful woman he keeps prisoner.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, the Emma Thompson, the live action one.
Tale as old as time.
Other Emma, wasn't it? It wasn't Emma Thompson. It was
Emma. Oh, Watson.
Emma Watson.
There's too many Emmas. There's like 4 or 5 of them.
There's way too many Emmas in the UK.
Yeah. So Beauty and the Beast holding on for 2 weeks at number 1 over Power Rangers, Life, Chips, and Slamma-Jamma, which I'll open this week.
Chips, Dip, Sloth.
Yeah, it was like the 90s all over again this week. It's really weird.
Yeah. Wow. Power Rangers and Beauty and the Beast. Wow. So that is our box office top 10, which brings us to the production of the film itself. I'm not going to go into the history of the Power Rangers. We covered that really extensively in our the 90s Power Rangers one that we did. So if you are interested in that, I highly recommend you go and check that out. It has a long and crazy history. It's really interesting. It goes back to the 70s. So check that out in our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode.
Long story short, Saban really wants you to buy their toys.
Yes, they do. So this Power Rangers was directed by Dean Israelite. I'm sorry. Who
such a Hebrew name. Good for him.
Who also directed a movie called Project Almanac, and that's it. That's all he's directed. He let's see. He was an AD on Battle Los Angeles. He seems to have worked like behind the scenes a lot, doing a lot of like, working his way up through crew kind of stuff. But he's directed 2 movies, and that's it.
Well, they didn't need an auteur.
No. Yeah, this was very much a movie by committee.
He didn't do like commercials or music videos or anything?
No, he did a lot of crew work, and then he got to direct that movie, which seems Project Almanac was it's a found footage movie about a group of kids that discover a time machine.
Oh.
So it looks interesting. Looks like it's probably a pretty decent little kind of like indie sci-fi flick. And then he did this one, and he hasn't worked since. At least.
Do we think they chose him because of budget and because he had the experience directing a team of children?
I mean, as far as I can tell, basically the price was right, and he directed a sci-fi teen movie. Yeah. So
in this case you need competency. That's about it.
Yeah, and it was a perfectly there was nothing wrong with this movie as far as like its production, as far as how it was made. There was nothing about it bad, and it was directed fine. There was nothing terrible about the filmmaking on this.
Yeah, it's just a Power Rangers movie. We've had that about turtle movies.
It's a PG-13 movie for 6-year-olds, though.
Yeah, that's
that's the problem.
Tonally,
but the first act was for teenagers.
Yeah,
which was cool.
Yeah, tonally it's a little weird because it's like they are shooting for a slightly older audience, but at the same time, a slightly older audience is not going to be interested in seeing a Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, like the nostalgia for Power Rangers is just not there in the culture.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. Which is interesting because, I mean, it was such a huge deal. You would think the people that were 8 years old in the mid-90s would be all over this.
Yeah.
So it was written by John Gaddens, who got nominated for an Academy Award for writing Flight. Let's see. Gaddens, it was also a writer on Kong Skull Island. He had a big week. Let's see. He wrote... let's see. He wrote Coach Carter, Real Steel, Flight, Need for Speed. He started as an actor. He's an unsuccessful actor that moved into writing. He had a lot of roles in 90s horror movies, Leprechaun 3, Pumpkinhead 2. He
had a face for writing.
Yeah. He was... Let's see. He had small roles in Varsity Blues, Big Fat Liar, Gods and Monsters, Terriers, Real Steel. Fred 2. Oh my God! Remember Fred from YouTube?
Oh,
nope.
I think so.
The blonde kid. I had.
He screamed a lot.
Yes. I had children in that era, so I'm aware of Fred.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, that's about it. There's not a lot to say about this. This is the first Power Rangers thing that is entirely American. All the other Power Rangers movies used pre-existing either footage or chunks of movies or TV shows from the Japanese productions. This one is written, produced, directed, and entirely made as an American production.
You can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, they announced this in 2014. Took them a few years to get it going, of course. Originally, they hired Zach Stentz to write it. Zach Stentz was he's worked on a lot of Marvel stuff, actually. X-Men First Class, we talked about him on, but they didn't like his script, so they fired him and hired that new guy who I mentioned a few minutes ago, whose name I've already forgotten. That's they really expected this to be a big hit. They wanted it to cater to the older people who were nostalgic. When this was a flop, the Saban sold the rights to Hasbro.
Wow.
Yeah. So it didn't do well. It has a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. It wasn't a hit, so it was that they were planning on making 6 of these things. They had a 6-story arc, but
I almost guessed 6.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But that it flopped. They sold the rights to Hasbro, and Hasbro has yet to do anything with it.
They just Hasbro.
Although, let's see, they are planning on rebooting it as of October 2020. It was in pre-production, a reboot. So who knows what's going on with that. But their cast, I liked the kids. I mean, they were all fine. They all,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
they were all.
They're fine.
This movie was. This was the okayest movie around.
In a while.
Everything was totally okay. Like there was nothing great, nothing terrible. It was totally fine. It stars as Jason, the Red Ranger. We've got Dacre Montgomery. He's Australian.
Billy from Stranger Things.
Billy from Stranger Things, exactly. Yeah.
He's a beautiful man.
Yes, he is.
And he's good in this, man.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, but the way he slaps that dude.
Yeah.
Man.
It was a great introduction to his character.
Yeah, it was.
Slapping another guy is hardcore on another level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Punching is way down compared to just...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then they bring it back. He slaps Rita Repulsa at the end.
He's a slapper.
Yeah. Naomi Scott is Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. She's oh my God.
She's Jasmine in Aladdin.
She is. She's Jasmine in Aladdin. And she's also, Jude made me watch this. She also was in the Disney movie Lemonade Mouth, which Jude made me watch once. He's obsessed with that like late 10s, early teens Disney era. All of like the Wizards of Waverly Place and all of those like High School Musical type movies. Lemonade Mouth is in that genre. Wow. I didn't realize that was that same person. But yeah, she is Princess Jasmine in the Aladdin. She was one of Charlie's Angels in the Charlie's Angels movie that came out last year. She was currently she was in The Martian. Although that got cut out. That was a deleted scene. Since she's in Anatomy of a Scandal, which is coming up. She's in a movie called Distant, which is coming up. So she's working. She
was good in this too. I thought she did a good job.
She was. I thought all of the main teens were good. They were fine.
Yeah.
R.J. Seiler as Billy Cranston.
Cranston.
I have to wonder if that was in a nod to Bryan Cranston.
Well, it's just
he's the Blue Ranger.
Weren't they using the same names from like the series?
It was definitely the same first names. I have no idea if the last names were the same. I did not look it up.
Same, yeah.
That would be very interesting if this Japanese show named him Cranston way back when.
Well, no. They changed the names for the American versions so it might have been the same names as the 90s American versions.
Still Cranston.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, R.J. Seiler, he's never really broken out, but he's worked quite a bit throughout the teens. He was in Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
He was Earl.
Was he? I have never seen that one.
Yeah.
I knew it was a well-regarded film, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Since then, he was in...
Billy Cranston was his name in the 90s television show.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So, let's see. He was in Vice Principals. He was in Black Lightning. The TV show Black Lightning. He was in Scream Resurrection. And the Swamp Thing reboot series in 2019. He got nominated for a Teen Choice Award for this role of Billy Cranston. He was the choice scene stealer. He didn't win, though.
Oh, he didn't get best on-screen kiss. That's the only one worth winning.
Yeah, that's the only Teen Choice Award I care about.
Or best nuclear physicist.
Yeah. Becky G plays Trinity, the Yellow Ranger. That's her. Rebecca Gomez goes by Becky G. Huh? I
think she's a singer.
She is. Okay. I was unaware of this person prior to this. She's a singer. Let's see. She's put out one album. She's been in a few movies. She was in Gnome Alone, the 2018, I have to assume, a sequel to Romeo and Juliet or something.
Gnome Alone.
Oh, she was on Empire.
Yeah, she was. She was
of the gnomes.
She was in Austin and Ally as herself. That's another of those Disney shows.
It is.
Yeah. So apparently she's a pretty well-known performer. She opened for Demi Lovato, Katy Perry. Yeah, I was not aware of her. She it looks like she does a lot of Spanish language music. So let's see. Ludi as Zach Taylor. Ludi Lin as Zach Taylor. Let's see.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh, the Mortal Kombat reboot.
Aquaman.
And Aquaman. We'll see him again. Yeah, as Merc and Aquaman. You want to do
Captain Merc?
Yeah. Do you want to do the production now?
No. I'm sorry. I just got excited.
Yeah. Yeah. He's those are the two biggest things he's been in since this. He was in an episode of Black Mirror. A recurring role in the Kung Fu reboot. So,
which was good. I liked it.
The Kung Fu reboot. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Let's see. Bill Hader voiced Alpha 5, the robot. Bill Hader, of course, from SNL, Barry. It's Bill Hader. Bryan Cranston as Zordon. Bryan Cranston, of course, best known as Elaine's boyfriend in one episode of Seinfeld.
And the road trip episode of X-Files.
That's right, yeah.
Drive.
Elaine dated both Bryan Cranston and she dated Saul and Walter White. And in Seinfeld.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, Bryan Cranston, of course, either you know him either as Walter White or as the dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
And also Twin Man and Snizzard in the 90s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh.
Twin Man and Snizzard?
He played two characters.
Wow.
In the 90s Power Rangers TV show.
Snizzard sounds like a verb.
Right? Like, bless you.
Really? That's amazing.
Wow, go ahead.
It is. I had no idea he came back into the fold.
Yeah, that he was coming back for oh my God, Elizabeth Banks was Rita Repulsa. I didn't even recognize her at the time.
You didn't put that together?
No.
I couldn't see her as anything but Elizabeth Banks looking terrible.
IMDb, I didn't recognize.
Yeah, until I saw the name. I didn't realize. Yeah. But obviously, it's Elizabeth Banks. She's, my God, in so many things. Let's see. We did see her in the Spider-Man trilogy. The first one, the Raimi one.
Oh yeah, she's the secretary for
Betsy Brandt.
Yeah. Let's see. She's a 40-year-old virgin. Zach and Miri make a porno. She starred opposite. What's this fucking that?
Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, she was so good in that. Let's see.
30 Rock.
Oh yeah, she was in 30 Rock. She's done a lot of TV. 30 Rock, Scrubs, Modern Family. She works a lot. But she's Elizabeth Banks. She's awesome. Let's see. Fred Tatasciore as the voice of Goldar. I didn't realize the Goldar had a voice.
That guy is I didn't realize he had a voice either. But that guy does the Hulk regularly for Marvel cartoons.
Yeah.
He's
as well as additional voices.
He's a well-known voice actor. He does a lot of video games, a lot of animated stuff, a lot of superhero animated stuff. He's worked on Family Guy for like 20 years. He's does a lot Harvey Birdman, What's New Scooby-Doo. He plays Qui-Gon Jinn in the Clone Wars.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Bryan Cranston. I was looking back. He did 3 episodes of the Clerks TV series.
Yeah.
Really?
Nice. Oh God, the Clerks TV series was amazing.
As various / helicopter pilot. So he wasn't like a main character, but that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, he really
Pilot?
came up from like D-list roles. It's kind of cool.
Oh
to
yeah,
see
he
him.
started at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now he is like in demand for all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
The pilot to the Clerks animated series is one of the most clever and brilliant things written. The very first episode is a clip show.
No, the second episode.
Second
Oh, it's
episode's
the
a clip
second
show,
one? Okay.
and it's only has clips from the first episode.
From the first episode and earlier
God.
that day.
Yeah.
When
Yes,
they're
they
lost
start
in the
doing
freezer.
clips from that show. They start doing clips from the clip show.
That's why I thought it was the first one. But yeah, just brilliant.
I've never seen it, and I need to go back and watch that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It
It
is
is.
fan, but
It is
yeah.
so good.
It's good.
So, rounding out our supporting cast, we got David Denman as Sam Scott, Jason's dad, Roy from The Office.
Yeah, this is what happens when he doesn't marry Pam.
That's right. He moves to Angel Grove as a single dad,
That's
becomes
cool.
a fisherman, and has to fight Rita Repulsa.
I think it's better than being married to Pam.
Pam was the villain of The Office.
Yeah.
Jim really was, but neither
yeah.
of them were very good people.
Yeah.
We're gonna see David again in Brightburn.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. There was someone
look
else in
forward
Brightburn
to
coming up too, but I forgot to mention it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's our main. Those are our main cast. There's a few other featured players which aren't worth mentioning.
Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, that's right. She's in Brightburn also.
She's
Yeah.
also in Brightburn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, like I said, this movie has 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a perfectly cromulent movie. It's fine. It's great for being fine.
It is average.
Yeah.
It deserves at least 55 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It does. I mean,
It delivers what it promises.
yeah, absolutely.
Do we think toy sales went up as a result?
I mean, I'm sure some.
Like adult toys. Hasbro.
You can get your Power Ranger themed adult toys.
And now the new Hasbro. She'll love it.
So that's about it, guys. You ready to go ahead and just jump into this thing?
It's Morphin time.
I'm
Cowabunga.
only thinking of you guys.
Yeah, go Power Rangers. Here we go. This is Power Rangers. We open on Earth in the Cenozoic era. That's with his last strength. We see
That's a long time ago,
yeah, it was a long time ago.
dear listeners.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs still roamed the Earth.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we saw pterodactyls flying overhead.
Was that Cenozoic accurate, Al? Do you know?
Oh, I didn't check.
Okay.
Just dinosaurs.
I'm sure.
We're the Power Rangers.
Very
Have we found fossil evidence of the Power Rangers from the Cenozoic?
Coins.
Not yet.
That's what this
Coins
movie's
and
about. It's finding fossil evidence of
Of the
the
Power
original Power Rangers.
About your sad uncle metal detecting on a beach.
Yeah. So, with his last strength, an injured red Power Ranger takes a crystal from a dying Yellow Ranger and his own. It's revealed they are aliens.
And they're speaking another language?
Yeah, with subtitles.
I was very
It's
confused
Asian.
at first. I wasn't sure if I had the wrong version of this movie.
And the Red Ranger was Cranston, right?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston in makeup, in alien makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they he buries the crystal and calls in a meteor strike to destroy the area just as Rita Repulsa shows up, killing him and the Yellow Ranger and knocking Rita into the ocean.
And all the dinosaurs.
Yes, he killed the dinosaurs. I guess.
Okay, so looking at the Cenozoic era, it is more known for
Look back.
cave bears and mammoths. So it's a mammal era.
It's
saber-tooth cats. I think.
Huh.
So it's a mammal era. So the pterodactyls were probably dead.
And the T-Rex probably dead.
And the T-Rex was dead.
Yeah.
Gone. by this time.
Have to be gone. If cave bears and
Ooh, Stegomastodon.
So you're telling me that there are inaccuracies in my Power Rangers movie? Scientific inaccuracies in my Power Rangers movie?
I'm not telling you, I'm implying.
So anyway, when he was speaking that alien language and he's like, Lukata Tozuka, Rita. It was
Rita.
Because he says Rita like you say Rita. If he had like he didn't pronounce it like an alien word. If he'd been like Sukalakutu Rita. Like it, yeah. Anyways,
yeah, it was like he's been to Pampered Chef parties she hosted.
Yeah.
Rita.
We cut to the present. Football star Jason's pulling the old bull in the locker room prank.
It looked like a cow in that other kid's defense. It didn't look like a steer or a bull.
Yeah. I can't believe we're opening this up with a jerking off a bull joke.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Was that the mascot of their school or a different school? Did they steal a mascot?
Yeah,
it said the bulls in the locker room as they showed them leaving,
and that faded.
But I think that was a different school, right. Wasn't it? Wasn't it a different school?
That's usually what you do.
I think so. I think they were trying to steal the rival school's mascot.
Why would they prank their own school? He's on the team.
Yeah.
Don't prank the hand that feeds you.
It was a red herring. He wanted to start an inter-school war.
It was a false flag attack.
It's a Franz Ferdinand situation. This cow's gonna bust it wide open.
And his friend?
Yeah.
Like they just stopped being friends.
Yeah, apparently.
After this.
Yeah, we never
he ratted him out.
No, he didn't rat him out.
He got caught because he crashed the car.
Oh, I thought his friend ratted him out, but that's right. He didn't crash the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he crashed
the first of many rollover accidents.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of car crashing. People survive a lot of car crashes in this movie. So anyways, yeah, he flees from the police and crashes his car. We cut to 3 weeks later. He's been kicked off the team, and his father, disappointed in him, has to drop him off at his Saturday detention, where him and a group of misfits will learn that they all fit in together, even if they don't fit in overall. The geek, the jock. Don't you forget about me.
The weird girl.
Yeah, the weird girl.
The cheerleader.
My God, I had like it really
The
is. Like I had
Earnose
not put that
Octopus.
together till you mentioned it, Brian. But this is so Breakfast Club.
They should have had Judd Nelson be the teacher.
Oh my God, that would have
No,
been
they went
amazing.
with that ginger kid, and then he got slapped.
Oh yeah, or as the bully.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he didn't wind up as a
Defender.
Power Ranger.
I'm
deal with his shit.
I'm
the
sad
whole
we
time.
didn't get like the duo. Remember in the old Power Rangers movie, there were the two guys that were the comic
That's
foils.
Right.
There was a skinny
Kronk and
Kronk and Gronk or something. I don't know.
But that kid, he wouldn't have a color for
it was Skull and something. Oh my gosh.
Wow, you remember way better than I do, Al.
I'm gonna guess Bones, but
It wasn't Bones.
A Skull and Bones. They have a lot of secret initiations. So all right, yeah. Anyways, so he saves Billy, the nerdy kid, from a bully. Then a former cheerleader, Kimberly, gets cut out of. She goes to the restroom where she's told by two other cheerleaders she's no longer welcome in their friend group. She cuts off her hair. Luckily, it's a good look for you.
because she
For
knocked
her.
some guy's teeth out, her boyfriend's tooth out. I don't even. This was then they put it back in. I don't know. This is all unclear to me.
Something about sending a picture.
We find out later there's like a whole picture she sent around of like a girl kissing a boy or naked or something. I don't know. Some sort of
It was Bulk and Skull.
Bulk and Skull. Yes.
Were the two baddies.
So all right. So, yeah.
attorneys at law.
Anyways, Kimberly's getting mean girled out of the cheerleaders.
Well, and she changes her whole identity.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
With one cut of her scissors.
I mean, You cannot cut hair with office scissors. That's not going to go well.
No, it's not going to go well.
Like you can, but it won't be an optimal outcome. You will hate the way you look.
You're not going to.
That's what detention does to you, bro.
So after school, Billy invites Jason over to his house, telling him he can deactivate his ankle monitor in return for Jason giving him a ride because Billy can't drive, but he has access to a vehicle. He wants to go out to the old gold mine.
I'm sorry. So he got in trouble with the cops because of the cow bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Why does that level of crime require an ankle bracelet?
Well, I think it wasn't just that. He fled from the cops and rolled a car. I think that was probably the crime that got him the ankle bracelet.
He probably slapped the arresting officer.
Angel Grove's a big cow town, so they take that kind of stuff seriously.
Can't fuck with cows there.
It's Hindu. It's a Hindu town.
It still seems inappropriate.
There was evidence that cow had been jerked off. So now
no. Again, I don't think the cow had anything to do with the ankle bracelet. I think it was fleeing from the cops and causing an accident that got him arrested.
I understand, but that's not proportionate to why they give those. But it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
none of those charges would require home arrest. I wouldn't think.
I mean, yeah, again.
And he's not on home arrest.
So this is a second inaccuracy we're finding in our Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, all right. The guy who steals a cow isn't going to sneak away the next day and steal another cow, but maybe. But generally, the ankle bracelet is to keep you in place so you don't go get more drugs or go after the guy.
Yeah. But they needed him to be in real trouble for the plot of the movie and also for that real trouble to not stand in the way of him being a Power Ranger.
So my theory is that he'd been stealing cows. He'd been stealing cows for a long time, and they finally caught him.
He's a serial cow stealer.
He's a well-known rustler. He's lucky that they didn't run him out of that town and tar and feather him.
He's like the Reverend on Kimmy Schmidt. He had a dead horse removal service, but he had to close his business because all the horses died in the area.
All right. Jason initially refuses to go and goes home first, then thinks better of it, heads over to Billy's. We see that Billy does some classic movie home sciencing. That's real
Faraday
big.
Cage.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so many amateur scientists in these fucking movies.
Lots of hand waving and code on a screen.
Yeah.
Billy's believable though.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, as an amateur scientist, he's believable.
I mean, compared to some of the ones we've had, sure.
And they hit us with the one line, "I'm on the spectrum. My brain doesn't work like your brain. That's why I'm a scientist.
I don't get humor."
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, but you're aware of it, so
when usually it's like, I'm on the spectrum. I say rude things in a Call of Duty lobby. Like so all right. Yeah, Billy deactivates the monitor, then they drive out to the old gold mine. We've got cattle rustling, we've got gold mines. Is this movie secretly a Western?
Yeah, maybe.
I think Angel Grove was in California.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I did. For some reason, I kept thinking of it being on the East Coast, but I guess California makes sense. Just the fact that there's like a fishing boat, I was thinking like New England, but I don't know. So anyways, yeah, Billy's dad is missing. He used to work there. Or did he die? What happened? I don't know. Did I miss it, or did Billy's dad not get explained?
I never understood what happened to Billy's dad.
I think that was an unanswered question then. Yeah, because Billy's dad seemed to have just gone away.
Billy's mom was super excited when Jason came over.
She was.
Yeah, she was like the popular kids here, Billy. She was like, I have his poster up. Did you know he jerked off a bull?
It's on his trading card.
I wonder if he'll
disgraced high school football star Jason something.
I have him on my
animal defiler.
Yeah, in my series of disgraced high school football star trading cards.
Those will be worth something someday.
More than the kid.
Yeah, when one of them's on the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so anyways, they go out to where Billy's mysteriously missing dad used to work at the old gold mine. Once they're there, Jason just leaves and wanders around while Billy sets up some explosives. He finds Kimberly swimming in a lake.
She jumps off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, she does some cliff diving. They talk about leaving town together. Then Billy detonates the explosives. Jason and Kimberly run over, and they also attract the attention of nearby Trinity and Zach.
Unrelated. They're just there at the same time.
Just chilling.
He likes trains and looking at people. And she likes...
My hobbies include...
She likes yoga poses in restricted areas.
And pina coladas. Yoga in restricted areas.
Pentagon yoga. All right. So
they did so much work to get all these characters in the same place.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Like they had them all together in detention. Why not do it there?
They didn't. I don't think Zach and Trini were in detention.
That's fair.
Getting them out there all together was
at the gold mine
was pretty sweaty. Like, having them all be in detention would have made so much more sense. Or like he did a crime. Like part of it is like doing doing some sort of community service. Like they have to go pick up trash, clean up the gold mine, like something. Like there's so many ways that aren't like sweaty as fuck to get them out to the gold mine.
Yeah, it just took a lot of steps to get them there. And by the time they were all standing like within earshot of each other, I was like questioning this whole setup.
Well, yeah, but also like, why's it got to be a gold mine? I know we want Goldar to exist later on, but like, oh my God.
They needed a pit to stand in later in the movie and a reason to be there.
Do we have any gold mines still existing in the United States?
Yeah, dude. You're in Arizona, man.
Oh, it's mostly copper here, isn't it? Are there gold ones?
It's copper country.
Mostly, yeah, but Alaska is still tons of gold.
I assume that they were in California too. Angel Grove is like Japan's idea of what California is: cows and gold mines.
Yeah,
and fisheries, like all in one place.
Yeah. That's
There's
why
not a lot of gold on the coast, by the way.
No,
it also looked like it was like okay. So I guess gold mines in my head are like prospectors with pickaxes.
Sure.
Not the strip mine that this was, like a copper mine is, the modern mine.
Well, and we see
I
later in
don't
the
think
movie
you strip mine gold.
There's a lot of gold in this that surprisingly should not have been. There's so much gold. This is a terrible mining operation if all that gold is there.
They missed a lot of gold. A whole lot of gold. Yeah.
Well, they'll come back for that later.
Well, and Goldar is like the GDP of like 10 nations.
Oh,
There's
my
so
God.
much gold.
Yeah.
Unless he's hollow and like paper thin.
he's just gold leaf. He's made out of gold leaf. Yeah. So anyways, they're at the gold mine. Billy detonates the thing, uncovering a large deposit of black glass. They chip out 5 power coins from it. They each take one.
By jumping on little guys.
Yeah. Jump on some mushrooms and get the power coins. That's what they call them, power coins. Yeah. So, but then an alarm.
I called them gems until they started calling them coins.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and then I saw like, okay, I guess they're kind of coins.
They reminded me of gems.
When we got to this point where they get the coins from the wall or whatever, all I could think was, what was the found footage movie with Michael B. Jordan? And
Chronicle.
Chronicle. I wish that they had just stolen that setup and had them chronicle their way into a cave to do this.
Yeah.
There are way too many moving parts for this to make any sense.
Well, like just like we were saying, like the sweatiness of them getting here, like they could really, really have simplified all that, and the movie would have been 20 minutes shorter. Because it was a solid 2 hours. This is a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, guys. Bring this in at 80 minutes, please.
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took itself real seriously.
It took its time to get them to be Rangers, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I guess if you're planning on making 6 of these things, you want.
That's true.
So anyways, then an alarm starts going off for some reason now. I don't.
Long after the explosions.
Long after the explosions. They're like, oh, get them. They got our power coins. It was a power coin alarm.
Run.
And they all have to run.
The one more thing on the power coins. The mine operation would have discovered those like within the next year if they were that close to the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the
They'd have been
foreman's like,
hey, what are these?
We're looking for gold, not ancient amulets.
Apparently there was like,
I was gonna say, imagine the construction team finding those and being like, "Hey, sweet!" And it's like 5 construction workers. And they're
5
just
like overweight, like 40-year-old dudes in like orange vests. Just like, hey, we're Power Rangers now. Hey, hey.
King of the Red.
The coins had to choose the kid.
Yeah, worthy.
Yeah,
supposedly.
But yeah, it's an Excalibur kind of deal.
Yeah,
it's a good thing they had 5 worthy teenagers all in the same place at the same time.
Same school district. Same age.
Yeah. All hanging out at the abandoned gold mine.
It's like Green Lantern. We found the one person that needed to get this.
Yeah.
And they just happened to be right here.
They're getting chased. They get everybody into the van and run away, but they get hit by a train. That van
trying to beat the train.
Yeah. This is our second car crash of the movie, and we're only 20 minutes in.
Do you think if it wasn't Billy driving that they might have? Because this is his first time driving, right?
I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he couldn't drive a car.
Yeah.
But Jason made him so he could like grab the girls.
Yeah.
When they were running from security. And frickin' Zach just jumped on top of the van at some point from where, I don't know.
Yeah, where was he? Yes, he
collapsed the roof of the van.
They're already doing like Power Ranger-y shit.
At every point that Zach does something in this movie, it felt like an afterthought. It felt like they needed to we should write something for this character to do. Because he hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
none of it felt like it was cohesive to the plot.
I mean, Zach and Trini, but more Zach than Trini felt super tacked on every second. Yeah.
I wish they were park rangers.
Just watching for forest fires.
Yeah.
Keeping bears from stealing picnic baskets.
Yeah, yes.
Yep, all of that.
So then we cut to a fishing boat. Jason's dad is the captain. And they catch Rita. And they pull Rita up.
They pull up a mummified body of a woman.
What a fucking coincidence that they find Rita the same night that the Power Rangers. It's not connected in any way. I tried. I double checked. I watched carefully to see if there was something that triggered her coming up to the surface. No, they just happened to get her the same night as the Power Rangers.
Well, and it wasn't like a shrimp boat. It was a fishing boat.
Yeah.
So was she just floating?
I guess she wasn't like down on the bottom. They don't troll the bottom for fish.
For fish, yeah. Like I could see like lobster fishermen or like shrimp or whatever.
Well, it wasn't a trolling ship. You guys are right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was those were dragnets, but yeah. To get back to the weird geography, that totally felt like, Upper New England.
Yeah.
Hardened fisherman type.
But no, they're in Southern
And then the gold
California,
mine.
where a gold mine is right on the coast.
Yeah, it's
or a
I don't know,
Massachusetts
that's
gold
weird.
mine. You know, I'm sure those must exist.
Those, yeah, all of the.
Not to
So
mention cattle in
It's
Massachusetts.
my understanding that gold, it's a pretty tenacious pursuit. So when do you know to give up? When there's potentially more gold underneath. You know what I mean? Like, let's close down the mine.
There's
There
a whole
might be
gold
under-
bar
no.
beneath them.
That's right, Goldar.
What's that, Al?
I looked back at the Cenozoic era because I wanted to figure out how long she's been floating in the water.
Sure.
And apparently the Cenozoic era is the third of the major eras of Earth's history, beginning about 66 million years ago and extending to the present. We're still in the Cenozoic era.
We're still in the Cenozoic era?
Apparently we are.
Cenozoic
felt
era
weird.
represent.
Encyclopedia Britannica says that this era occurred from 66 million years ago to 0 million years ago.
0 million years ago.
0 million.
I thought we had like a new era name that started with history.
Well, sort of. I don't know about this one because, okay, so it's Cenozoic is nicknamed the Age of Mammals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying before. So that explains the mammoth and the saber-toothed tiger.
And the longevity. We're still
Clearly the T-Rex was before that. But then they started doing historic eras like, the Iron Age and the Bronze Age and
Sure.
stuff like that.
Sure.
No, that's more about civilization than
They're ages, not eras.
Yeah.
Well, and not to belabor the T-Rex thing, but I remember reading a few years ago that there were some scientific evidence that there were T-Rexes that had survived in weird parts of the world because they were everywhere on Earth essentially, but that they had survived long past the initial die-off, and then just sort of tapered out. So yeah, maybe there was a T-Rex like Bigfoot living in the California hills. Maybe Bigfoot killed the T-Rex.
maybe.
Maybe Bigfoot rode a T-Rex into battle.
Oh, where's that movie,
Maybe.
man?
Right. So, all right. Yeah. Let's see. We cut to Jason back home. He's waking up. He's still got his power coin, as do all the others. They're shaken, unsure as to how they got home, and seem to have developed super strength. How did they get home? None of them remember it. Like, was there magic, like teleporting from these coins?
Was it Alpha 5?
I don't know, because like at no point does
Did the coins just zombify them and make them walk home
well, I don't know.
to their respective homes? Well, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, it's an unanswered question.
I would have liked an answer to that question because that's a weird thing to just
they just
leave off.
wake up at home. Like, yeah, if it was like, oh, we got teleported. Like if they had mentioned that somehow, the coins, like later on, if like,
this would have been a great opportunity for them to wake up in a fucking cave instead of in bed and then need to Rube Goldberg themselves into the cave.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so much.
Because if they'd woken up in the cave, I would have accepted it. I would have been like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense, but it makes more sense than them winding up in their individual homes in their beds.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, somehow they all got home into bed. Then at school the next day, that bully tries to pick on Billy again, but with his new super strength, Billy takes him down and becomes instantly popular. Like people walking down the hall that didn't see that happen are like, oh, it's Billy.
Billy didn't even do anything. Like, did the bully have a name? Whatever, detention bully.
Yeah,
Farkas.
He just runs up. He says, "Where's your guardian now?" or something. He's like, "I'm gonna snap your wrist."
Yeah, which
and tries. That's like, really?
That's
You think you have that power to just snap this kid's wrist? Regardless of the fact that he's got Power Ranger power now. But then he headbutts him. and knocks himself out.
Yeah.
Billy didn't do anything. He just kind of stood there.
What is it with movie bullies in general? Like the whole like I don't like you, kid, so I'm going to commit a intense fucking felony right now.
Yeah, that's not how bullying really works, at least today. Maybe in the 60s and 70s.
I was bullied in school in like the late 80s and early 90s, which is kind of a cinematic classic bully era. It was mostly just like pushing me around and like knocking stuff down. It was never like pretending to bump into me. It was never like any like I'm going to stick a knife in your gut.
Yeah, it's about like riding that wave of violence to the point where you're like, oh, I don't want to bruise this kid, so there's evidence so he can tell his parents, and his parents believe him.
They need plausible deniability. What? I just bumped into you. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Hot take. I was bullied and a bully.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
But
most are.
Not a physical one.
But who shall bully the bullies?
Yeah. I've had that Liz Lemon moment many times where it's like I look back and at the time I thought I was being funny and including people, but it turns out I was making fun at their expense.
I mean, I was mean to some kids that I shouldn't have been mean to. And
I was never physically weird to anyone.
Welcome listeners to the Harmless Phosphorescence therapy session.
Right.
Confession hour.
Yeah. No, I think about it sometimes. I feel really bad about some of this like stuff I did.
See, I didn't mess with kids. I messed with old people because I grew up where we had, which is not any better, obviously. We had snowbirds in Yuma. So every winter, the population would double in our hometown. And it was like easy pickings, man. These people were awful to us, and we deserved it.
Brian, I'm just picturing you in detention with a bunch of old people as you're like slapping their books.
Yeah, I was nice to kids, but yeah, old people, man. Teachers, but the elderly, when they came to town, oh, yeah. Yeah, it was rough.
You in like a leather jacket, like kicking canes out.
Part of it, I felt like a lot of my friends and we were trying to get them to not come back next year.
Yeah, it's not.
And now that you're adult, you're like, no, Yuma relies on that that money.
That's part of our economic structure.
The
Can't all be lettuce and citrus.
Yeah, the stores will close. All right, so
yeah, I mean, we went to high school basically in Green Valley, so.
Yeah.
We're no stranger to the bitter old person.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, Jason and Kimberly find Billy. They decide to head back down to the mine to look for answers. And surprise when they get there, Trini and Zach are also there again. They just run into them again.
It's their favorite spot.
That place is a geographical oddity, man.
Yeah.
It's a gold mine, man.
Meanwhile, on his fishing boat, a cop shows up to investigate the body that Jason's dad found. He's like, here, take the keys to the boat. Lock up when you're done. Like, what the fuck? Is that how investigations work?
One cop?
Well, he's got to get his fish home before it goes bad.
Like,
one cop. Totally.
But I mean, there'd be like a whole forensics team. You'd have like the FBI would probably show up to like investigate. Like, oh, this is a body that you found. Okay, this is clearly a crime that was committed years ago.
Yeah, but also it came in with the fish. Are you still going to sell those fish to people to eat?
Yes.
No one will ever know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Man's got to make a living.
Yeah,
just wash them off.
You know how much dead stuff there is in the ocean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of dead bodies in the ocean.
Fish pee in that ocean, too.
Yeah.
It's full of fish pee.
It is.
And poop.
And poop. And dead fish. And dead people.
Dead dreams.
It was a ship of dreams, but to me, it was a slave ship heading back to America where I would have to marry a rich man who I didn't love.
Oh, the Cenozoic is rough, man. It's a rough time to be alive.
It's a rough era.
So anyways, back at the mine, they explore their new powers, which include jumping, climbing, running, and punching. But better than they did before.
Well, and it doesn't make them any smarter.
Yeah, not smarter. So, all right, they discover a cave filled with water. They jump into it. They all start glowing. They swim down under the water and under.
Oh, wait! They discover a cave.
Well,
Billy falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
And it happens. The cliff happens to be over
the
pool of water.
Yeah. What if they had been jumping somewhere else, anywhere else? Oh,
he would have been fine.
What if they had been 5 feet to the left?
Yeah,
I think they would have been fine. They're Power Rangers.
I mean,
they would have just bounced off the wall, the rock wall.
Yeah,
they would have like had that blood out of their mouths that they all get at some point in this movie. By the way.
Oh yeah, dude. Jason jumps over the chasm and lands, and he's got blood coming out of his mouth, but like not a scratch on his face. Where did that blood come from?
I assume he like bit his tongue when he landed or something. Maybe.
Oh, that made
massive internal bleeding.
Yeah, This again, like so sweaty, getting them down into this cave when it would have been so easy to like just make like the coins are calling to them. It's drawing them to the cave. Here they are. Like they could have done it in 10 minutes instead of half an hour.
Yeah, this script really needed an edit for this whole part, like getting them to get to Zordon's cave.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
So yeah, they all glow.
Yeah, they glow. Then they go under the water, and magically under the water, there's an empty cave.
Zach says he's black.
Yes, we get that joke that we saw in the trailer. Inside, they discover the remains of an ancient alien spaceship. It opens up for them due to the power coins. And inside,
let us not forget that in the original Power Rangers, the original American version of the Power Rangers, the Black Ranger was black.
Yes, and the yellow
Ranger was Asian.
The Pink Ranger was the white girl.
The Pink Ranger was the white girl.
Yep. Yeah.
We're lucky that the Red Ranger was not a Native American.
Oh God. Yeah. We're lucky the Blue Ranger was not Grover.
Or a Smurf.
Yeah.
Or Norwegian.
Is Norway known for blue?
Ouija's.
So anyways, they meet a robot named Alpha 5. Alpha 5 has them all stand on some shiny pads, and they wake up Zordon, who is...
Alpha 5 is surprisingly scary and dangerous for such a small statured robot.
Yes, he is.
I really like the character design. Honestly, I thought it was really cool the way that they pulled it off.
It was good.
It looked like the 90s television show Alpha 5, but it had elements of like some body horror with the tentacle things coming out of its arms and dragging them around. They were powerless to stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought all of the design in this was a nice update. It homaged the original, but didn't look like they were trying to go too edgy. But looked modernized.
The way the ship would shift within itself was really kind of cool too, which adds to the unknown factor of that. They don't know what they're inside. Yeah, and they think they might get crushed.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, so he has them. They wake Zordon up. His consciousness now lives inside the ship and manifests itself as a moving wall. He informs them they're Power Rangers. Every planet in the universe with life has a piece of something called the Zeo crystal inside it. Their job as the Power Rangers is to protect the Zeo crystal. He gives them a vision of Rita Repulsa killing everyone and attacking them, telling them that she will create a monster called Goldar and rip the crystal from the earth, destroying it. Alpha 5 tells...
I was going to say, this should have woken Rita Repulsa.
Yes.
This should have been the thing that woke her up. She walks out of the ocean and sees Roy getting in his boat or something.
Whatever happened, or the other coins coming to life, and we see in the ocean her coin come to life, and then suddenly it bursts from rocks and she floats up. Just some sort of connection to tell us that she wasn't floating in the water for 65 million years.
Also, is that her weakness? The ocean?
Yeah, she got knocked in the ocean.
Salt water. Yeah.
Yeah. She can't swim.
She's a freshwater repulsa. Brackish, maybe. Sorry. Some aquarium jokes there.
She gets stuck up in some mangroves.
Yeah. Alpha 5 tells them they have 11 days before she does it. How he knows that? No fucking clue.
Yeah, 11 is a really arbitrary number.
Yes.
At some point, didn't somebody say not days, but like orbital rotations or like something like Alpha
5
later?
Alpha 5 says you have 11 years. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I meant days. 11 days.
Okay. Yeah, I missed it, and I did not feel like going back. I was like, that was interesting.
Yeah. So after the others leave, Zordon tells Jason he's the leader. Rita used to be a ranger before she betrayed them and sought the crystal for her own power. Jason goes out and talks the others into coming back the next day to begin training. At home...
and they waited for him. He was very surprised. You guys waited for me? They're like, dude, it's a cave. Like, we're not going to leave you in here to die.
Yeah. Well, but also they couldn't figure out how to get out of the water.
That's true. He jumped out.
And they're like, whoa, why didn't we think of that? Yeah. So at home, we see that Zach has to take care of his sick mom. Trinity doesn't connect with her family. Jason's dad tells Jason he can fix up the wrecked car if he wants. That plot point goes nowhere. Meanwhile, Rita...
The pee in the cup gag.
Yeah.
It's like, was she just carrying that cup around? How long has she been carrying that cup around waiting for that precise moment to make her daughter pee in it?
Well, it seemed like what's her name? Trinity?
Yeah.
Trinity.
Like she showed up after the parents had been having a very awkward conversation.
Mm.
Like,
yeah.
I think it was awkward because she arrived. Like, I don't think that's the family dynamic the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So they were probably waiting to spring that on her.
I think actually the mom is forced to pee in a cup on a regular basis. And so she's just got these cups around. Whatever mom did.
She works at a testing center.
It could just be a hobby. She just enjoys peeing in cups. So, all right.
Really concerned about her pH balance.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
I'm not going to test it. I'm just going to put it on the shelf.
She's saving it for later.
Meanwhile,
keeps her young.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's a Howard Hughes deal. Meanwhile, Rita is wandering around the docks, stealing teeth. Who has gold fillings anymore? I mean, come on. They're all like that compound with like the white resin on it. Back in the alien ship,
I had a gold temporary crown once.
Sure, but that homeless dude had like 10 gold teeth.
Why. It's like, why did you make it gold? Why didn't you make it less expensive?
Yeah.
But the town has an open access gold mine.
Right. Gold mine. I guess that's it. They have so much gold, they don't know what to do with it. The answer is you sell it. That's what you do with gold after you mine it.
Yeah. Otherwise it is just a rock.
Back in the alien ship, Zordon tells them that they have to connect to each other and the morphing grid in order to access their armor. But the kids are unable to do it. So instead, they begin combat training, learning to fight hand-to-hand against these solid hologram things, and we get a training montage.
The putty, or just putty.
Putties. Yeah, putty.
Putties.
Yeah. It's weird.
And that was from the
show, right?
The original show, or the American version of the show. They were just like clay things, putties.
Expendable goons.
Yeah, exactly. That aren't really alive, so you don't have to feel bad about on your G-rated kids show about them killing them. Yeah. Billy, meanwhile, discovers the location of the Zeo crystal,
and tells no one.
Yeah, why and how did he discover this? Like, I mean, I know we saw him doing science, but also like...
And his like red string board is in 3 dimensions at this point. He's doing it on his
ceiling.
roof. Yeah. Like, he has been doing this for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he already know about it beforehand? And like, this was like the final piece of the puzzle?
He said his dad was a miner.
Well, then his mom should probably be arrested. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Anyways. Yeah. He clearly was doing science and figuring out this stuff long before his mysteriously disappeared dad mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, was he looking for his father? And it just so happened that his father was the Zeo crystal all along?
We don't know. None of this was ever explained.
Well, he and his dad used to just go out and look for things.
For Zeo crystals. Anyways. To inspire the Rangers, Alpha shows them the Zords, their battle vehicles that are in the form of dinosaurs.
And we are told you need your armor in order to use these things.
Yes.
And then immediately
Zach jumps in.
They go back on that.
Yeah. Zach jumps in and takes it out for a joyride. Was
he like forklift certified or something? Like, how did
they know how to use these things? Yeah, there's so many switches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the interface is the armor.
Yeah.
What was he doing? How did that work?
I don't know.
Also, he goes triapsing through the countryside in this armor. Like, he busts through a hole in the cave and he is headed in one direction. And within a minute, he is back inside the cave, crashing through another wall.
Yeah.
Did he go in a big circle?
He went all the way around the earth. All right. Yeah, he crashes it. Jason's mad at him. They fight, trying to separate them. Billy spontaneously morphs. And
did Billy slap him? Or not Billy? Did Jason slap Zach?
Oh, I don't know. Because
he really should have.
Yeah.
If anything is deserving of a slap, it's the guy who just came in like a wrecking ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Naked, sitting on top of it. So he Billy's, when he becomes conscious of his armor, it disappears. Zordon is mad at them that they're not making any progress. So
the armor appears because he tries to stop the fight because he's thinking of the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Zordon dismisses the group. Jason goes back into the ship to confront Zordon and discovers that once the Rangers morph, it will open up the morphing grid and allow Zordon to restore himself into a physical body. Feeling betrayed.
Hang on. Sorry. This was a little bit earlier, during the training montage.
Yeah.
The girls were in a cafe and they did a little like impromptu training thing with the fork.
Yeah.
The donut fight.
Yeah.
The donut fight.
Yeah.
I was watching this with Serena and she like really liked that.
I thought it was really cute.
It was fun.
It was cute.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it was cute right out of the gate, but it was.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and it was a cool girls moment.
There was
This movie needed more elements of camaraderie / competition.
Yeah, they needed more of the kids bonding and less of the kids getting back to places where they could be together in elaborate ways.
And training against robots. I mean, at one point we see Jason teaching Billy how to throw a punch and how to parry, like, which was cool, but that was just like in the background of the training montage.
Yeah.
Like,
and then they had
gone to his house or something.
They had Alpha teaching Billy how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Billy like landed a punch on Alpha, the surprise, because he told him the element of surprise.
Yeah.
It punched him weirdly.
Yeah.
Jason should have taught Billy how to slap somebody.
Yeah.
The getting to
solved all their problems.
The getting to the cave should have been a lot shorter, and the training should have been a lot longer of a portion of the film instead of just a montage.
Especially since they teased us for a whole other act about the suits.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're going to tease us that long, that sequence needs to be the emphasis of like, you need to be a team. Like, we get you're all capable in your own way. And they didn't show us that they were all capable in their own way. They just showed them training.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So, feeling betrayed, Jason accuses Zordon of bringing the team together for the sole purpose of escaping the grid. Meanwhile, back in Angel Grove, Rita continues to collect gold. She loves gold. And she makes a golden.
She gets shot.
Yeah.
She gets shotgunned.
Yeah, she does, and she's fine. She gets a golden staff. She puts her power coin in it, raises some creatures to help her. Putties, I guess.
I really liked the jewelry store moment. I thought it was stupid and campy, but really fun. And the one cop with the shotgun being like, I'm just going to shoot her. I don't know.
Yeah, like, exactly.
That to me, that was tonally right for the movie.
Yeah.
But it was like this bright spot. It was like the donut fight. I was like, I want more of this.
There was a lot of fun stuff in this. Like, it wasn't.
Where she eats the necklace.
Yeah.
In front of it. Like, that was great.
Yeah. That was fun.
So is Goldar poop? Is he gold poop?
Does she poop out Goldar? That night, the kids camp out near the cave. They bond around the campfire, learn about each other's lives. Trini's might be gay. Like they definitely hint at that. Or bi.
I wish they would have just died like gone directly at that.
They were definitely trying to dance around it and they wanted it in there, but they didn't want to hang too much of a hat on it for fear of alienating certain segments of parents.
Or the Chinese market, I guess.
Yeah.
Something that we haven't really touched on, Zach and Trini, he continues to not use her name and call her Crazy Girl.
Huh.
That shit was driving me it was driving me crazy.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good look.
That's not a good interpersonal dynamic. Like, at some point, somebody on the team should have been like, her name's Trini. If you don't shut up, I'll slap you in the face. Should have been Jason, obviously.
Yeah.
Slap master.
Later that night, Rita attacks Trini and orders her to bring the Rangers to the docks. Meanwhile, Kimberly reveals to Jason that the reason she was in detention was she spread pics of a friend in a compromising situation.
Backseat of a Volkswagen.
Yeah. Trini tells the others about Rita. They arrive at the docks to fight, but they're easily defeated by Rita, who ties them up. Rita
using net?
Yeah. Not gold.
The Power Rangers' greatest weakness is the ocean and net.
Yes. Rita forces Billy to reveal the location of the Zeo crystal, threatening to kill the others. He tells her it's under the Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. And she's like, what the hell is a Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, and then the way she says, and she keeps talking about Krispy Kreme. Elizabeth Banks was having so much fun with that.
How much money did Krispy Kreme pay to be the location of the Zeo crystal?
A lot of money. Yeah. So Rita kills him and dumps him in the water and releases the others. The Rangers retrieve Billy's body from the water. They take it back to the ship, asking Zordon to resurrect him. The Rangers agree.
Unnecessary 4 people who have superhuman strength are carrying one boy.
Because they're a team now. They're working together.
Like, also the weird, like, Christ allegory of carry him with his arms spread open wide so he can be resurrected.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot good going on in this movie, but it's tonally all over the place and can't figure out what it wants to be. It tries to be everything for everyone and ends up being nothing for anyone.
Yeah, it took itself way too seriously for a Power Rangers movie.
While also embracing certain elements of camp, which it's like tonally, like I said, it's just everywhere.
There was a moment during the montage when they were passing around a note, and it lands at Billy's desk, and it says we should start a band. And the note he still had when they find him dead, or when he's dead. They check his pockets and they find that note is still in there, even though he threw it at the bully.
Oh, yeah, because he probably bullied him to get it back. He probably walked up and like, give me my note.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Give me my note back.
So,
bitch.
So,
punk ass bitch.
So the Rangers.
Who's the bully now?
Yeah, this is detention, bro.
Yeah.
St. County.
So the Rangers agree they would give their lives for each other. They resolve to defeat Rita. In doing so, they unlock the morphing grid. Zordon revives Billy, sacrificing being able to restore his physical self. With the team restored and confident, the Rangers morph into their armor.
This is such a stupid extra step. Him having to say that he can come back so that he can then resurrect someone later on. Like the whole Chekhov's gun of like, I can bring myself back to life using your power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh, I hated that so much. It's so contrived. It's such bullshit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rita creates a bunch of monsters to fight the Power Rangers. She sucks out a bunch of gold and creates Goldar. While the Rangers are fighting her monsters, she takes Goldar to Angel Grove in search of the crystal.
I want to circle back and double down on Billy dying in the ocean really quickly.
Okay.
He was drowned by Rita, right?
I guess. Did she kill him first?
I think she killed him with the ocean. But we see the Power Rangers breathing underwater.
Oh, they're not breathing.
The cave.
No, we don't see them breathing underwater. We see them holding their breath underwater.
For a very long time.
It is.
So maybe they're not breathing underwater.
It was slow-mo, bro.
But like they got Billy out of the water and he's dead. Like, wouldn't he hold your breath? Like, he should be hard to perish.
Yeah, he should. He does have his Power Ranger powers. I mean, yeah.
That's a weird gap to me.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Huh.
I like the idea of using the ocean as a murder weapon.
I mean, pirates.
Many people do.
Yeah, I was gonna say pirates did it a lot.
Yeah. No, it was the way Brian had said that.
Yeah. So, anyways, the Rangers follow her in their Zords and fight Goldar.
Man, the names of some of this shit is the dumbest thing ever. Zordon, Zords, Goldar.
I mean, it's shit that was made up in the early 90s by old men that wanted to sell toys to 6-year-olds.
Right? I mean,
Rita Repulsa.
At some point, they should have looked at this and gone like, we can change the names of some of these things. Keep the names of the characters. Keep Zordon. You know?
Yeah. No. They got to
keep Alpha 5.
Whenever they said the names, like, they made it sound so important. Especially Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Especially Zordon was like, her name is Rita Repulsa.
So, all right.
Sounded so important, but it also sounded so ridiculous.
Yeah, it did. So they've got a big fight with Goldar and the monsters. At one point, Jason has to save his dad, who crashes in a car. How ironic. Eventually,
that's our third rollover accident, right?
Yep, our third on-screen rollover. Eventually, Goldar pushes the Rangers and their Zords into a fiery pit. Inside the pit, the Zords combine and form the Megazord. The Megazord. Rita merges with Goldar. The Rangers battle. And they finally destroy Goldar.
What did they call the Megazord before they decided to call it the Megazord? Because Billy said, it's a Megazord. But
Nathan.
They had some... Nathan. Yeah. They had some weird name for it before, and they were like, no, that's not good.
I don't know. It would have been funny if they'd been like, it's like Voltron.
Right? This thing's like a transformer.
Don't say no, dude. Don't say that.
Oh, did we mention that Billy asks about his Spider-Man versus Iron Man powers?
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah.
They name drop the Marvel Universe, which is interesting.
Totally, because he felt like Spider-Man, because he felt like he'd been bitten by a spider, but
it's like, I have this weird rash.
And later they get the armor. He's like, we are like Iron Man.
Saban's like, Disney, if you want to buy us, that's totally cool.
No,
we're in your universe now.
Over here.
Yeah. After refusing to surrender, Rita tells the Rangers that other villains will come for the crystal. She leaps towards the Megazord, and Billy slaps her into space. The townspeople show up and then pull out their phones. Why weren't they filming all along? They take pictures of them and cheer them in the Megazord. They do a triumphant Megazord dance.
Swords.
Yeah.
Swords.
The Zord swords, yeah.
Do you want to cross swords?
Ugh, never cross the Zord swords, especially at the urinals. So
did you guys catch the cameo?
What cameo?
Oh, the two of the people in the crowd were the Pink Ranger and the White Ranger.
Oh, okay, cool. Good.
From the original. Hang on, let me get their names. Because it was the original Kimberly, who Goldar thought was cute. Remember?
Yeah. Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
and the White Ranger was originally the Green Ranger, right? He's the one who plays the flute.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So
yes.
Yeah. Well, and we get a tease, but
yeah.
So all right. So we see that all of their lives have improved at home. Their families all idolize the Rangers, although they do continue to maintain their secret identities. There's a mid-credits sequence in which a new student is introduced to detention, Tommy Oliver, although we only see his green jacket, and then Billy causes like an explosion?
Something.
Yeah. And then credits roll. So, yeah, that's our tease for the Green Ranger.
Yeah, he never returned from the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's where he keeps his morph grid.
Oh.
That's another entrance to the cave.
Never morph in school.
Morphin in the boys' room.
So, yeah, that's it. That's the Power Rangers.
I wrote down the Power Ranger rules.
There's rules. Oh, that's right.
There were rules.
Written by Ranger Rick, the original Power.
Never say their names 3 times.
Never use your powers for personal gain.
Okay.
Never escalate a fight unless your enemy forces you to. Never reveal your identities. Ever.
And if you can, slap instead of punching.
Yes.
Kick and slap a friend if you have to.
If you can, you kick and you slap a friend. Yes.
The pimp slap heard around the world.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, he slapped that kid. Took me aback. That was a hard slap.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I don't have much else to say. Like I said, it's a perfectly fine movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not great, not terrible. Totally, it is a movie that exists.
Yeah. The cast was exceptional for what it was.
Absolutely, the cast was very good.
The performances from the individual actors was surprisingly good.
Yeah,
throughout. There were no moments where I went like, "Oh, well, that fell apart quickly." Like, it's just the story that was a mess.
Yeah. The script wasn't great. It was competently directed. It had some fun moments, though. I mean, the script wasn't terrible. It just needed another pass or two, I think, to get it kind of ironed out.
Yeah, it was too complicated for its own good.
Yeah, it definitely needed to be honed down. But I don't know. I don't got much else to say about it. Any final thoughts, guys?
Nope.
All right. You ready to go ahead and just rank the thing?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, looking at our list here, I'm kind of just in the middle-ish area. We've got like Chronicle, Sky High at 50. I'm looking at movies that are kind of similar.
Where is the other Power Rangers movie that we watched?
So it's low.
It's better than that, right?
It's at 104. It's definitely better than that, without question.
I think this is in Steel and Chronicle range, honestly.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've got like Jumper and Push. I think it's better than those.
Yeah.
Here at large, definitely better than those. Better than Fantastic Four. Absolutely better than Fantastic Four. Yeah, I mean, somewhere around here-ish, I feel like.
Not better than a Rocketeer.
No.
Not better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Or the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah, definitely not better than those.
No.
Better, yeah.
Oh, better than Dawn of Justice?
I mean...
No.
Okay. I vote above Fantastic Four, probably above Hancock.
No, I would put it below Hancock.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, Will Smith outacted every single person in this movie in Hancock.
Yeah, just having Will Smith alone raises your movie by a few points.
Just that man's charisma.
Okay,
is worth.
personally, I still like Fantastic Four better than this movie.
This isn't Four Stick. It's the first Fantastic Four. I don't think I did. I thought that was pretty terrible, but
well,
I feel like it's
it was. Yeah.
Well, and Blankman is right below that.
We're definitely
and one of our most divisive movies, Supergirl,
is
right below that.
Yeah. Oh, Supergirl. This is the range. I'm just trying to figure out where.
Okay, below Supergirl.
Al says below Supergirl.
Just below.
I mean, I can live with that.
Yeah.
If we need to put it higher, that's fine.
I mean, I would choose Bryan Cranston over Peter O'Toole.
Squat.
You know what? That's actually interesting because if we put it, if we put it below Supergirl, then it will be the top movie of the bottom half. Like that'll be Supergirl, and it will be like the exact middle of our list to this point.
Average.
Yeah, right smack dab in the middle. I think that's actually a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we'll put it right there. Power Rangers. Add I hit caps lock. Power Rangers. Right there at number 67, smack dab in the middle of our list. That's right, absolutely where it belongs. Which means, now that we've ranked it, that we are done with the Power Rangers. And it's time to move on and look to next week. Next week on Harmless Phosphorescence, we will be watching
Oh my gosh.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Love it.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. Back to the MCU next week, guys. So that's it. Thank you all for hanging out with us on Harmless Phosphorescence. This has been your host, Throw Smiley. I'm off to the Krispy Kreme for glazed original and a Zeo crystal.
My name's Josh CC, and I'm a Teenage Mutant Power Ranger.
I'm Brian Lesh, and no one tell my mom I watched this.
I'm Alaric Weber, wondering, how do I make my monster grow?
Oh wow. We'll talk about that off air. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.